Hello to everyone. Myself, Professor Shedgar Chaitanya Anand Kumar, HOD Civil Engineering, TSSM Bihrabai Sawant College of Engineering and Research, Polytechnic Nare Pune. So, in today we are going to discuss one of the, that is the branch of civil engineering, that is the highway engineering. So, before going to study the highway engineering, so what are the modes of transportation? So the transportation, there are three modes of transportation, that is by land. So in land transportation there are two basically transportation. One is the roadway transportation and second one is the railway transportation. In water transportation is the another method of transportation, and the third transportation is by air transportation. So these are the three basic modes of transportation. So after that basic mode of transportation, so in today's discussion we will discuss, that is the highway engineering, that is the road transportation. So what is highway engineering? So highway engineering, it is the branch of transportation which deals with the planning, then designing, then construction, maintenance of roads. That is, it is purely related the road construction, road planning, road designing and road maintenance. So what is the importance of roads in India? If someone asks you, or if we will consider what is the role of road in India, or what is the in Indian development, how roads are benefited to our country's growth. So in that importance of roads, so the first point is the connection to the villages. Okay, so if for the communication, okay, in terms of, that is the social communication, or in terms of the health communication, in terms of the education communication, so the connection to the villages is the important parameter. So the road connection, if we provide the roads to the villages by connecting them with one village to another villages, then these parameters, that is social parameter, cultural parameter, or the health parameter and also education parameters gets developed or benefited by this road connectivity. Then second, that is the parameter, or second point is the, that is the agricultural development. So what is agricultural development? Suppose if farmers are doing farming in the villages, if we, by connecting the roads, if we provided them advanced machineries and high yielding seeds or fertilizers easily to the farmers, then what will happen? Then automatically the crop production also and the related to the farming, which is the development, is raised due to this road connectivity between these farming or that is the taluka level places also. If the higher machineries are there, high advanced machineries are there, it will be easily provided to the or transported to the villages. So this is the one of the agricultural development. Then third is the tourism development. So what is tourism development? Suppose the old monuments are there, okay, religious places are there in India, then also some national parks are there. The surrounding peoples get benefited due to the road connectivity, and they can purchase their products, that is village products, to the tourist which comes to that location. So this is one of the tourism development. After that there is the employment. If we plan the that is the road construction work, then the labors required for that road construction works is there. So naturally there must be employment, so the laborers get benefited, the engineers get benefited, and the administrative which are involved in this construction process will get the employment schemes. After that is the employment. Next is the dairy and fishery development. So as we know, the maximum milk production comes or will happen in the villages. So the surplus milk which is what we can say produced in villages can be easily collected, processed and transported to the metro city. So for this easy communication, so there must be, that is the road communication. So in dairy production also the road plays the major role, and in fishery, so India having the largest coastal line. Okay, we know that there is a that is Arabic Sea is there, then Pacific Sea is there. So this the coastal line in Indian plateau. So if we provided the link to the coastal line, what will happen? So the fishery production or the fishery market gets benefited by the provision of this road connectivity. And lastly, that is the communication in hilly area. So in hilly area means the places like Assam, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir. So in these places the major or the only communication or transportation means is by road. So the main communication will happen due to these roads only. So connectivity between in hilly region, because there are the steep slopes are there. So if we provided their roads, then it will be benefited to the communication in hilly regions also. And lastly, that is the strategic importance. So what is strategic importance? So as we know, there is a border situation, there is a Pakistan along with our border, then there is a China is also there. So war type situations will happen. So if war type situation is going to happen, then if we provided there the road network very strongly in our region, then one can or the military forces easily access to that point, and the defense activity which we need for the for our country, so it will be placed within fraction of days or within certain duration. So for the strategic importance, there must be road which will we are providing there. Okay, so these are the different, that is the roads importance in India. So after discussing today's session, what we will understand, so that is the importance of roads in India. So there are different parameters, that is agricultural sector, then communication sector, then employment sector, then fishery and dairy development, and agricultural sector. So for different parameters of India, so there is the road connectivity, so which is going to or which is already developing our India's or our country's growth. So hope you understand the importance of roads in India by these means or by these different parameters. Okay, thank you.